Has he invented about Allah a lie, or is there in him madness? Rather, they who do not believe in the hereafter will be in the punishment and are in extreme error. Then do they not look at what is before them and what is behind them of the heaven and earth? If we should will, we could cause the earth to swallow them, or could let fall upon them fragments from the sky. Indeed, in that is a sign for every servant turning back to Allah. وَلَقَدْ آتَيْنَا دَاوُودَ مِنَّا فَضْلًا. And we certainly gave Dawood from us bounty. We said, O mountains, repeat our praises with him, and the birds as well, and we made pliable for him iron. Dawood a.s. had an amazing voice, a blessing from Allah. He would leave the city and go out into nature, and there he would recite the Zabur, the Psalms that he was given. And because his voice was so beautiful, it would echo from the mountains. And it was so beautiful that the birds would come, and they would hover around him, and they would join in with him in the praise of Allah. Also Allah says, we made pliable for him iron. Iron is something that was revealed, sent down by Allah upon the earth. It's not something made upon the earth. So Allah made something as hard as iron, pliable in the hands of Dawood a.s., a blessing given to him. Commanding him make full coats of mail and calculate precisely the links. An indication that he was working with technology. And it's very mathematical that he had to make full coats links. You know what coats of mail are, where they one link into another. Small links together, circles together, and then they're linked together so that when they put the coat of mail on, it's flexible and not a stiff piece of iron that somebody slams you with it. Because if they just made it out of iron, first it would be too heavy, and secondly, how would people move around and fight? So he was the first one to make these coats of mail with links in them. And work all of your righteousness. Indeed, I of what you do am seeing. Indicating that using technology, doing things according to the latest way, this is something that is a blessing of Allah, something that the prophets have done. And to Sulaiman we subjected the wind. Its morning journey was that of a month, and its afternoon journey was that of a month. Sulaiman a.s., it is said that just like we have planes today, he would sit on his throne and the wind would come according to his command and take him something that would take a month's journey. That's how far the wind would carry him. It would go down where he commanded, then it would bring him back again within one day. And we made flow for him a spring of liquid copper. This was specific to Sulaiman a.s. What you note is that Dhul Qarnayn used both iron and copper to build the barrier. And among the jinn were those who worked for him by the permission of his Lord. And whoever deviated among them from our command, we will make him taste of the punishment of the blaze. So Allah commanded the jinn, you have to work for Sulaiman. They made for him what he willed of elevated chambers, statues, bowls like reservoirs, and stationary kettles. So many things were fashioned by the jinn, such as elevated chambers, an indication of vast high buildings and palaces, statues. Tamathil is the word used here for statues, but there's no indication that the statues were of living things. Bowls like reservoirs, it is said huge, big bowls in which food of the army of Sulaiman a.s. would be cooked. We said, work, O family of Dawood, in gratitude. وَقَلِيلٌ مِّنْ عِبَادِيَ الشَّكُورِ. And few of my servants are grateful. And when we decreed for him death, nothing indicated to them, meaning to the jinn, his death except a creature of the earth eating his staff. But when he fell, it became clear to the jinn that if they had known the unseen, they would not have remained in humiliating punishment. Sulaiman a.s. would stand leaning on his staff, supervising the jinn. So they would always see him standing there watching them while they were constructing and doing all the things that he was commanding them to do. One day he passed away while leaning on his staff, and something that was eating away at the staff caused him to fall down, and that's when the jinn realized that he had passed away. Otherwise, from fear of his watching, they continued to do their work. This is an indication that the jinn was subjected by Allah to Sulaiman a.s., and also an indication that they don't know the unseen. If they knew the unseen, they would have realized he was dead and would have stopped working. And also we see in this example that Allah gives us that no matter how much success, how much advancement, how much technology, how much a person achieves in the dunya, death is still going to overcome them. Everyone has to taste that death and the end of all of this.